Hey Cobra Kai fans, it's Ian Preston here on my first channel, Ian Preston. Welcome back to another video of what I'm talking about, my opinion on Cobra Kai characters. And now we are doing Robby Keene, played by Tanner Buchanan. Shout out to you, Tanner Buchanan. You're a real one for playing Robby Keene. You rock. Anyway, and you're 110% hilarious. Because Tanner Buchanan's pretty funny. But anyway, guys, let's get into this. Robby Keene, his character has another good story. It all starts out with him getting caught with an illegal drug, and he doesn't want to talk to his dad. Well, first we do see a little young picture of him as a kid in 2010 champs. I guess he played soccer as a kid or something, and apparently he has a lot of anger towards Johnny Lawrence, which is his father, because I guess it took him 16 years to open up to him, and apparently he's been failing him ever since the day he was born, and apparently he is close to his mom, even though his mom is always doing stuff and all, and he's just trying to, like, I don't know, like, get close to his mom or something. But then eventually Robby tries to go to Johnny when he sees he's hugging Miguel, and eventually he decides to work for the LaRusso Auto. And when he was working for LaRusso Auto, he joins what does he join? He joins Miyagi-Do, and Daniel teaches him, and then eventually he gets mad at him for lying to him, and then eventually he competes in the tournament. Daniel comes around, and Robby and him make up, and then he loses to Miguel, and he does accept Johnny's apology, but he's still having his ups and downs with them in season 2. But then he asks his dad to let him stay at his place for a little bit, because eventually his mom has to go into rehab, and then eventually he had to help Sam out because she got drunk, and eventually he starts opening up to Johnny in this season. In season 2, like before the school fight, he takes him to school. But then Robby runs off, and after he kicks Miguel over the balcony, and sees at the end of season 2, and then he gets a haircut, and then eventually he gets arrested, and then eventually when Johnny doesn't come to show up and visit him, he gets mad and like tells him he doesn't need him anymore when he tries to come and visit him when he's working community service. And he starts learning the way of the fist when John Kreese visits him, and then starts striking first in juvie, and then eventually he joins Cobra Kai, and then starts coming down this dark side of the force. Like he starts um, joining Cobra Kai, striking with all of his anger and emotion, and he literally becomes an Anakin Skywalker in this season. And then in the next season, he tries to up it a little bit. He looks like he's upping it a little bit. He's still kind of mad at Sam and everybody, and Daniel for betraying him and getting him arrested. And but other than that, he also just tries to teach Cobra Kai Miyagi-Do karate so they can beat Miyagi-Do karate, which Kreese is impressed by this. And also, Robby also tries to uh, he tries to take Kenny Payne under his wing and teach Kenny Payne a little bit about karate, and then eventually he fails when Kenny Payne goes down the dark path, and apparently eventually he realized he screwed everything up, and that's when, after the All Valley tournament, he opens up to his dad, and he also goes with him to help him get Miguel from Mexico, and then eventually him and Miguel keep fighting still, but then eventually Johnny tries these techniques about, about um getting along. Eventually they start fighting, and then because he lets them start fighting, and then eventually, before Miguel almost kicks him off a balcony, um they realize their differences and resolve them, and then Robby starts getting better and better as it goes in Miyagi-Do. Like, he's opened up to everyone, forgiven everybody, and then he and Tori end up. He did dump Tori for not leaving Cobra Kai, though, but eventually they team back up to help them take down Silver after Tori gets kicked out of Cobra Kai, and then eventually Robby becomes captain of the Sekai Taikai, and then he struggles at first and Miguel thinks like he doesn't even care or something, but he struggles and it hasn't been easy for him really. But eventually, he eventually amps it up after Miguel realizes he went it was a little hard on him, and Robbie really has been a natural born leader, and this season kind of shows that he has become a natural born leader, and how far he's come. Like first, he's been a messed up kid hanging out with Trey and Cruz, but eventually Miyagi-Do taught him not to be like that and not to get like that, and he's been like caught up with his family's past mistakes, but he's forgiven all of them, and learning. I guess karate has taught him a little bit of how to make peace with people and how to become a born leader and to show because he really has tried his best to be a born leader throughout the series. Eventually, like in season 4, but eventually it kind of fails in season 4. But in season 6, he's amped it up a little bit when he's become captain of the Sekai Taikai. So yeah, I mean, I guess I understand his anger at the beginning, and he had every right to have it, but I guess eventually he's learned that it feels a lot better to let the anger and the hate go and better to let the frustration go, and it's better to resolve your differences with people. That's what Robbie has pretty much learned. Eventually he tried to teach Kenny that, but when he was in Cobra Kai, yeah, and but I guess Robbie ended up fighting Kenny in the season 5 finale when Kenny was looked like he was going down that dark path. But other than that, Robbie has had a heck of a story. It's inspirational, and he's one of those characters that's been inspirational to me. And I think there's a chance he's probably gonna become a part of full time sensei at the end or something. I don't know how they're gonna conclude a story, but we'll see. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Shout out to you, Tanner Buchanan. You are great. And thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, check out Ian Preston views. Oh yeah, I need to talk about my opinion. My opinion on Robby Keene is that he has been kind of annoying a little bit at the beginning. There are times where he would annoy me a little bit, but there are times where I'm like inspired by him and like this dude is really laid back. I could be friends with this guy. He could always amp me back up if I'm down or something. And he's very inspirational to me. Yes, he was annoying at first, but with doing all this and that, with betraying and backstabbing people, but eventually he's come around, and I'm glad he was able to come around, and I think he made the right choice to come around, and now he's making really good choices now. But anyway, if you guys are new to this channel, subscribe, turn the notification. But he is a great character, natural born leader. But anyway, he is a natural born leader, and anyway, subscribe, turn the notification bell, check out Ian Preston reviews. Like will be in the description, and strike first, strike hard, no mercy.